Hello everyone, my name is Sherwin Marin. I will be presenting on Rogerian technique and argue ideas logically. Enjoy the presentation. Before that, since we are in the topic of argumentation, I have to define what argumentation is. Well, argumentation is basically a process of forming reasons and conclusions and applying them in discussions by providing truth or wrong. Now we have this word fallacy. Fallacy is a false or mistaken idea in the construction of an argument. Some examples of fallacy would be like 1. Begging the question, 2. False analogy, and we have other ones like Rogerian technique, which also fall as an example. Now we move on to fallacious argumentation. This is an argument that sometimes fools human reasoning but is not logically valid. Examples of fallacious argumentation would be penguins are black and white. Some old TV shows are black and white. Therefore, some penguins are old TV shows. The second example is school is killing us. Textbooks are made from paper. Paper are made from trees. We need trees for oxygen. Thus, school is killing us. We can find errors increasing that invalidate the argument. I move on with the Rogerian technique and argue ideas logically. Rogerian technique is a conflict solving technique based on seeking common ground instead of polarizing debate. This technique was invented by Carl Rogers. An example of a Rogerian technique is I believe that dinosaurs are not real. There is no empirical evidence whatsoever that they have or are existing. Rogerian technique should include a thesis that encompasses the 2 points: an introduction, a restatement, an explanation, and a conclusion. The goal of this technique is to have a satisfactory resolution. But the most important part would be avoid negative language. In arguing ideas logically, we should give proper example and also argue by definition. We must have evidence that supports the claim which we are making, like in an essay or also personal experience. Additionally, we must know the tone to argue. We can use the Rogerian technique. Furthermore, we must have a description on any point that we are willing to compromise. When we use this technique, we should convey to the readers that we are fully understanding this technique. We must delineate the area within which we believe the reader's position to be valid. Like in an introduction, we should try presenting the problem properly rather than doing issues. I have found more examples of fallacies which are appeal to authority, appeal to ignorance, appeal to pity. Using Using this technique is important since when we are arguing in an essay, we must know how to argue properly, especially with the tone or the words that we write needs to be properly. With this, I end my presentation, which was based on Rogerian technique and argue ideas logically. I hope that you understood what this technique was about. If you don't understood something, you can ask me, or furthermore, I have this citation so you can guide yourself. Guess what? It's quiz time. I have 5 questions which you're supposed to know based on the presentation. I hope you learned something. Thank you.